I'm French, and today I'm taking you on a food tour of my favorite local spots in Paris, France. And we are starting our day with breakfast at a local bakery. And you absolutely need to go to a bakery in France. Everything that you see here in this shop is made fresh from scratch every single day. And this is why it's so good. So I got us a bunch of goodies, but today we are starting with the most essential and delicious French breakfast food of a croissant. And look at this, it's so flaky, so beautiful. It just looks exactly like it should, and it's made with a lot of butter, which will be a common theme today.
I love it. It smells a lot like butter, and this part is so crunchy. Look how beautiful.
And I've eaten so many croissants in my life, but this one is really delicious. So this one is my all-time favorite pastry, which people from the south call a chocolatine. And if you want to start an argument with a French person, talk about this topic.
It's called pain au chocolat.
So as you can see, there's two different names depending on where you are from in France. And it's a surprisingly controversial topic. If you don't want to be made fun of by Parisians, call it a pain au chocolat. Otherwise, be like me and ask for a chocolatine. But for your own sake, never call it a chocolate croissant. In any case, it's a delicious flaky dough pastry with a bunch of chocolate in it. And you should absolutely try it.
So I'm going to eat my pain au chocolat. Chocolate is just so good.
Yum. Yeah, it's good. I have nothing else to say about it. I know what to expect. It's delicious. And by the way, Camille and I are both French, and we want to show you real French foods locals actually eat. So we decided to explore the Batignolles neighborhood, which is a very cute and local area with incredible food options. So right now we just arrived to a food market called Marché des Batignolles, and I really love the atmosphere here. It's truly a neighborhood market, and a lot of people seem to be regulars of this market and know each other, which feels super nice. There's also a lot of beautiful fresh food stands, and this is the one we've been looking for. They sell homemade galette, which is a type of salty crepe, aka a very thin pancake made of buckwheat flour that's then stuffed with different delicious things. We went with the sausage galette, which is the ultimate street food from the region of Brittany. It's a galette that has been stuffed with pork sausage, and you usually eat it with your hands at different events such as festivals and sports games. And we also got a galette complète, which has cheese, ham, and an egg. You usually pop the egg yolk and spread it before eating it, and it's so delicious. This is one of my favorite French comfort foods, and I absolutely love it. It's delicious and cheap, with a whole meal for two people costing 15 euros, which is around $16. So this area we're in is pretty unknown on YouTube. It's not touristy at all, and to be honest, I don't understand why, since it's pretty central, with Montmartre being only a 15 minutes walk away, and it's so beautiful and uniquely French. And I really love it. Look at all these cute streets and shops. That's one thing I really love about Paris. There's so many different independent food shops to try. And we're going to this one called Maison Castro, which sells freshly made sandwiches with delicious Mediterranean French ingredients. And entering the shop, there's already a line, and it's super popular at lunch with people who work in the neighborhood. And just looking around, I can really understand why. Here, your sandwich is made to order, and you get to pick between all these beautiful French products, including ham, cheese, and different spreads. Everything seriously looks so good, and I'm so excited to show you what we got. So we just found a spot in the cute park we were in before, and we are absolutely surrounded by ducks who want a piece of this as well. There's at least 5 or 10 ducks around us. We're surrounded. There's 2 in front of me, 2 behind me, and they're all trying to be extra cute so that we give them food.
They all want the sandwich.
And this sandwich is absolutely beautiful. It's made with fresh baguette bread and delicious products from the region of Corsica. So here we have some type of pork ham called coppa, sheep cheese, and a ton of olive oil.
What was the cheese again?
Tome de brebis. So,
it's delicious.
sheep cheese.
I love it. Do you want to try it?
Yes.
I love that this sandwich has so much olive oil in it. That's what I like.
Yeah, definitely.
Love the oil. It's so good.
Right?
And now let's get ourselves some sweets. So no Paris food tour is complete without a visit to a pastry shop. And you really have to check out this one. Here, every pastry looks like a work of art. Everything is homemade by actual pastry chefs who have some serious skill. And just looking at how beautiful everything is in the shop, you might think this is gonna be super expensive. But here, macaroons are only €1.80, which is less than $2. So we really got a ton of stuff. stuff. And I don't know about you, but I usually do not like macaroons.
Me neither.
They're usually just frozen cookies and they're not very fresh.
I agree with
this spot is very good and I'm very excited about it. The people who own the shop are actually pastry chefs and they won the Best Macaroon of Paris award.
Nice.
So they actually make it. And I think like just looking at it, they don't look perfectly round and like they're not exactly the same size and the same shape. So it does feel artisanal.
Yeah, completely. You can clearly see the difference between this one and this one. Like they're definitely not the same size.
I picked the big one.
Yeah, I know you picked the big one.
I was like, give me the biggest macaroon you have. You know, France is obviously super well known for macaroons around the world, but everywhere serves macaroons. Like you can find macaroons at McDonald's in Paris. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, at Back Cafe you have macaroons.
Macaroons? Sorry for the lame jokes.
These ones have really cool flavors. This one is salted caramel and you went with pistachio.
Yeah, I took pistachio.
Yeah, let's try them. So you want to share?
Yeah, let's share.
You say that because I got the big one.
Oh no.
I regret sharing. I'm like destroying the macaron here. Oh, it's a good opportunity to show you what it looks like. It smells good. I love salted caramel. Wow, there's so much of it. It feels like biting in a sandwich of salted caramel, if that makes sense. Our next one is a pistachio macaroon. Let's try it. Oh yeah, this is a perfect macaroon.
It's so good.
I think pistachio is one of their specialties as well.
Oh yeah.
And you'll see when we open that box. Yes, like if you've never tried fresh macarons, please do it. Do yourself a favor, don't go to La Durée. Eat that type of macarons. It's so much better. It tastes so fresh. Apple pie is a very, very common thing in France. You'd eat that at like your family's Sunday lunch. And I even bought apple pie for Camille's birthday last month. I'm telling you, you cannot make that stuff up. We eat apple pie all the time. But this one is kind of the fancy, creative version. And we're gonna try it right now. It's like such a different twist on a French classic.
And I love the vanilla cream that's on the bottom.
Yes. Wow.
Look at that.
If you remember one thing about French food is like you need to have the right type of fats everywhere. And then there's some pastries that truly are a work of art. And before we try their specialty, let me show you something I've never seen before. This pastry is one of their original creations. You can only find it at this shop. And it looks so delicious with its molten core of salted caramel. There's also a banana mousse and a vanilla cream on top. Yum.
It's super creamy.
I know, it's so good, right?
It's very light.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's light, but it's very light in texture.
I really love that about French pastries because they're not, you know, like heavy. We're gonna eat 3 pastries and we've eaten a lot today already.
Oh la 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 la. Oh, it's so exciting. Look at that.
Oh, this looks so good. Look at all this pistachio cream. I am very, very, very excited to try this one. This is one of their specialties and we kept it for the end because it looks amazing. There's so much pistachio in there. It's so hard to cut though. How did you do it?
I did it. When it comes to eating, I'm very strong.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my god.
I'm in heaven.
Wow. Oh, this is so good. Just so you understand, there's a bunch of pistachio cream in it. There's so much pistachio. This is like the perfect creative pastry. I've never seen that before anywhere else.
I mean, it's amazing. I'm feeling very strong feelings towards this pastry.
In France, we usually eat that with dinner or at the end of a meal, and we tend to either have like something big that we share or have a bunch of smaller pastries. I don't think anyone eats 3 pastries plus 2 macarons in a row like we did today.
That's for you. Yeah. Like big sacrifice. Yeah. And for you.